Think fame makes you fearless. Think again. From lucky socks to banned birthday cakes, celebs have some seriously quirky superstitions. Let's dive into the weird world of celebrity luck and logic.
Jack Nicholson, with his trademark grin and unmistakable intensity, has long been known for his eccentricities. But one superstition stands above them all: his absolute refusal to cross paths with a black cat. It doesn't matter if he's on his way to a studio meeting, a premiere, or even just heading home. If he spots a black cat anywhere in his line of travel, everything stops. Jack treats the moment like a warning from the universe itself. Drivers, assistants, and friends have watched him do it countless times. He'll pause, assess the situation, and instantly decide to change direction, even if it means taking a completely different street or circling around the block. To Jack, it's not an overreaction, but a necessary act of self-preservation, a way to stay aligned with the strange energy he believes guides his luck and career. And oddly enough, it fits him. This legendary actor who has always danced between charm and chaos, superstition and swagger. Avoiding black cats isn't just a habit, it's part of the mysterious aura that makes Jack Nicholson feel larger than life. It's a small ritual, but to him, it's a shield. And a reminder that even Hollywood legends listen when fate whispers.
Robert De Niro, a man known for disappearing so completely into his roles that audiences forget where he ends and the character begins, has a quiet ritual that grounds him before every performance. Just moments before stepping onto a set or stage, he closes his eyes, falls into complete stillness, and recites a private mantra known only to him. No one else, not directors, not co-stars, not even close friends, has ever heard the words. Crew members have seen the transformation happen in real time. De Niro will stand off to the side, seemingly calm, then lower his head slightly as if he's stepping into an inner world. His lips move just barely, silent, focused, deliberate. Whatever that mantra is, it's his key, his anchor, the invisible switch that turns Robert the Man into Robert the Legend. And when he lifts his head again, it's like watching a different person entirely. The intensity sharpens, the posture changes, and suddenly he's ready, fully locked into whoever he needs to become. That quiet mantra, whispered only to himself, is his way of honoring the work, respecting the craft, and keeping his mind steady in a world where he's constantly asked to become someone else.
Al Pacino, with that unmistakable gravelly voice and electric screen presence, has a surprisingly old-school superstition tucked into his everyday life. No matter where he's going, set, stage, interview, or just a quiet dinner, he keeps a small rabbit's foot in his pocket. It's not flashy, not something he shows off, just a tiny charm he's carried for decades. To Pacino, it's less about luck in the cheesy sense and more about having a piece of grounding energy with him. He's said in passing that the life he leads can feel chaotic, unpredictable, and full of pressure, so the rabbit's foot acts like a secret anchor, something familiar, something steady, a reminder that even in the madness of Hollywood, there's a bit of personal ritual he can control. And over the years, castmates have noticed the pattern. Whenever he reaches for a deep emotional moment or a tough scene, his hand will brush that pocket for just a second. Almost like he's checking that his little talisman is still there, ready to back him up. For a man who's played gangsters, detectives, devils, and everything in between, that tiny rabbit's foot is the quiet companion he never leaves behind.
Sylvester Stallone, a figure defined by grit and determination, keeps one small, deeply personal ritual close to his heart, a chain with a charm given to him by his mother. Long before Rocky or Rambo made him an icon, it was his mother's belief in him that kept him pushing forward, and that tiny charm became a symbol of that unwavering support. Stallone has admitted that carrying it reminds him of where he came from and the strength it took to get there. On film sets, people have noticed he often touches the chain before a demanding scene, almost like he's tapping into a quiet reserve of courage. It's not flashy or dramatic. It's a simple gesture, often hidden beneath his shirt. But for Stallone, it's a moment of grounding. You know, there was a woman who saw his potential long before anyone else did. She convinced him he could do anything, even when the world hadn't noticed yet. To him, the charm isn't just some superstition. It's really a piece of his past, a reminder of that vulnerable kid who dreamed bigger than anyone thought he should. It goes with him everywhere, not just as an accessory, but as a promise that no matter how tough things get, He carries his mother's belief with him, as close as the beating of his own heart.
Jack Black's superstition is as quirky and energetic as the man himself. He eats the exact same pre-show meal every single time he steps on stage. To outsiders, it might seem like a simple habit, but to Jack, it's a ritual of balance, grounding, and rhythm. The earliest spark of the comedic chaos he brings to every performance. It's his way of pressing start on his inner engine, making sure the vibe is right before he unleashes his larger-than-life energy. He swears that this ritual meal, always eaten in the same order, at the same pace, keeps him aligned, almost like a comedic monk preparing for spiritual battle. If the food isn't available or the timing feels off, he jokes that the universe itself feels slightly tilted. But behind the humor is a quiet belief that consistency fuels creativity, and that this one controlled variable helps him face the unpredictability of live audiences. And when he sits down with that familiar plate, he says it's more than food. It's comfort, nostalgia, and confidence wrapped into one. It reminds him of early gigs, of small stages, of the thrill before he made it big. So even now, with stadiums chanting his name, Jack Black still grounds himself the same way he always has, by eating the exact same meal and trusting the ritual that carried him from dive bars to global fame.
Enjoyed that little dose of celebrity luck? Hit like, share, and subscribe. Your good fortune might just depend on it.
Ozzy Osbourne has lived a life filled with chaos, unpredictability, and wild extremes. So it's no surprise that he clings tightly to a superstition rooted in protection. Throughout his home, no matter where you turn, he keeps crucifixes displayed. On walls, on shelves, beside beds, even tucked into corners most people wouldn't think to look. For Ozzy, these aren't decorations or relics of style. They are shields, spiritual anchors he believes help keep dark energy away from him. This ritual began early in his career, during the height of Black Sabbath's fame, when the band's music flirted with occult imagery and provoked fearful reactions from the public. Ozzy felt the weight of those assumptions pressing in on him, and the crucifixes became a way to restore balance, to set the record straight privately, even when the world didn't understand. They offered a sense of grounding, a visual reminder that despite the theatrics of his stage persona, he sought light, not darkness. To this day, the superstition continues as a quiet habit intertwined with his identity. The crucifixes in his home aren't just symbols of faith. They're symbols of safety, routine, and continuity in a life that has been anything but stable. For Ozzy, surrounding himself with these objects creates a sanctuary, a place where the noise of the world, the fame, the controversy, the chaos, can't quite reach him.
You know, Gene Simmons has often spoken about the power of symbols, but honestly, none seem to mean as much to him as the worn, creased dollar bill he's carried since he was a young boy. Growing up with very little, that single bill became more than just currency. It became a reminder of how far he'd come, and well, how far he still wanted to go. Over the years, it became his secret token of perseverance and prosperity. Before major shows, press events, or big career decisions, Simmons quietly checks that the lucky dollar is tucked safely in his wallet. He's said that just touching it brings him a sense of grounding, almost like reconnecting with the kid who once dreamed of impossible things. It's not about superstition in a flashy sense. It's a deeply personal ritual tied to memory, struggle, and ambition. Even now, after decades of fame, the dollar remains untouched, unspent, and honestly, irreplaceable. To Simmons, it's a charm that carries the weight of his past and the momentum of his success. A small reminder that even the biggest legends often draw strength from the simplest objects.
Freddie Mercury, the legendary frontman of Queen, was known for his larger-than-life presence, but behind the glamour and power was a deeply personal superstition. He kept a talisman necklace with him during performances, a small charm believed to hold protective energy. To Freddie, this wasn't just jewelry, it was a personal anchor, something that grounded him before stepping into the explosive intensity of the stage. He often touched or adjusted the necklace right before the lights came up, as though he were drawing strength from it. Surrounded by roaring crowds and towering expectations, the talisman acted like a quiet reminder of who he was beyond the showman, a vulnerable artist seeking a moment of spiritual balance. It became part of his pre-performance ritual, as essential as warming up his voice or checking the mic. Fans rarely noticed this subtle gesture, hidden beneath flamboyant costumes and dazzling performance charisma, but it mattered to Freddie. The necklace traveled with him from city to city, night after night, becoming a silent guardian through the years. It was a small superstition for a man with a colossal legacy, a private charm that helped fuel one of the greatest voices in music history.
John Lennon's fascination with the number 9 wasn't just a quirky preference. It was a thread woven through the most pivotal moments of his life. From his birth on October 9th to his home in Liverpool being located at 9 Newcastle Road, the number seemed to follow him like a quiet cosmic companion. Lennon noticed these patterns early, and instead of brushing them off as coincidence, he embraced them as signs, something meaningful whispering from the universe. This belief seeped into his creative world too. Many of his songs contain references to the number, the most famous being Revolution 9, a chaotic, dreamlike sound collage that seemed to echo the mystical significance he assigned to it. Even his personal life aligned with the number. He met important collaborators, experienced major life changes, and even crafted moments in his career around dates and timings tied to 9. It was a number that made him feel anchored, watched over, or perhaps guided. For Lennon, the number wasn't just lucky. He saw it as part of his destiny's blueprint. It gave him a sense of structure within the unpredictable chaos of fame, artistry, and self-discovery. Whether it truly shaped his life, or he shaped his life around it, hardly mattered. What mattered was that it offered him meaning. And for a man endlessly searching for truth, hope, and connection, the number 9 became a simple but powerful symbol of who he felt he was meant to be.
Yoko Ono has long been known for her spiritual curiosity and unconventional approach to life, and part of that includes a consistent practice of consulting psychics. She believes in seeking guidance from energies and insights beyond the ordinary, using these sessions to navigate personal decisions and the complexities of her life. To Yoko, psychics aren't just entertainers, they're trusted advisors who offer clarity and perspective when the world feels uncertain. Throughout her career, especially during pivotal moments in her art and personal life, Yoko has turned to psychics to help make sense of situations or to gain reassurance. The ritual of consulting them brings her a sense of calm and connection to something larger than herself. It's a practice that blends intuition, creativity, and a spiritual openness that has always been central to her persona. This superstition isn't just a private hobby, it reflects her deeper philosophy of remaining attuned to unseen forces. By regularly seeking insights from psychics, Yoko Ono demonstrates that even some of the most influential and visionary figures in the world rely on guidance, protection, and a touch of mystery to navigate life's uncertainties. Got a lucky charm? So do your favorite stars, and some are wilder than you'd think. Stick around, hit subscribe, and catch the next superstition soon.